Well, a freight train carrying gravel derailed this morning in Austin, causing a lot more problems than a delayed delivery. The train shares the same track as the Capital Metro Red Line, and riders on their way to work were held up. KXAN's Chris Sadgi live at the derailment site to explain why they are forced now to share the same track.
Well, Robert, the train is still out here, hasn't moved since this morning. 6 of the cars carrying gravel were derailed. Now, they didn't turn over or spill anything out, so as far as derailments go, things could have been a lot worse. But it did throw a wrench in a lot of people's workday. These tracks have been around a long time, and a law says because of that, they have to be shared. When a freight train goes off the track, it usually looks worse. But in this case, nobody was injured, nothing was even spilled, so no big deal. Unless you were trying to get to work.
It'll probably make like a few minutes late, but I've already emailed my boss, so.
The heavy damage on this derailment was to the schedules of everyone on every other train behind it.
And we seem to be derailed by the derailment.
A lot of people have gotten used to taking the Red Line downtown since it started in 2010, but the track it runs on has been around since 1871. Cap Metro saw that as opportunity.
And that's part of why the community got such a good value for when we built MetroRail, is because we didn't have to lay brand new track.
A money saver for sure, but that's where the law kicks in. Since there's only a single track, Cap Metro, the owners of the track, by law, have to set aside hours for freight trains to deliver their loads. Most of those are in the overnight hours when the Red Line isn't running. A good plan until you get off track.
But there are occasions like today where, things happen.
While workers tried to fix the damage at the derailment, Cap Metro's emergency plan used buses to help fix the damaged itineraries.
Unforeseen, but I don't think there's anything anyone can do about it.
Now, it is very costly to lay new track. It's really a matter of resources, but Cap Metro did say in their long-term vision for the Metro Rail, they hope to eventually add a second line. That way it opens up mobility when things go wrong like they did today. We're in East Austin. Chris Sadgi, KXAN News.
All it takes is money, Chris. Thanks. Well, we checked and found that light rail systems in Dallas and Houston do not share tracks with freight trains. The DART system in Dallas does run along a corridor with both commuter rail trains and freight trains, but all of those trains have separate tracks. Metro Rail use has tripled since the service started in Austin 3 years ago, and the service set ridership records during South by Southwest last month. During that festival, more than 49,000 people used the Metro Rail. That's 14,000 more than last year. Capital Metro says that's an increase of nearly 40% from last year.